Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Mr. Avish, can you hear me?
Ashwin, how are you?
Oh, good, man. Your picture's not showing, but I'm sure that will come back on eventually. So, okay, let's.
Just gonna get my audio.
Okay, okay.
Get my audio.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hi. Hi. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Technology.
Yeah, man, your picture's not showing, but it's fine. I'll work with this. Yeah, the current state of the match, SA made 367, Bangladesh 298, current SA 105 for one with a lead of 174. I think if SA were going to win this match, they'd have to try and get to a total of maybe 320 to 330 and then have a ball at Bangladesh later today. But with the light today, do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit it's been quite a riveting test match so far, hey? Uh, yeah, I mean, the light is going to play a factor, yeah? It's been quite even. It's been quite even Stevens in the past couple of days, hey? But I think the Proteas have their noses in front at the moment. At lunch, it's 170, 105 for one, effectively 174 for one. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think they've got to double that score. I think they've got to double that score, and I think the next session is really going to be crucial because
Hmm.
they've got to give themselves enough time to actually get a result here and potentially bowl Bangladesh out. So I think that there's got to be a little bit more risk taken in that second session. I think they played it quite
Hmm.
smartly in this first session. I mean,
Hmm.
it was quite dramatic as well. I mean, there was some close LBW calls and some catches that went down. But I think 99 for one, they take that. Sorry, 99 for one in 99 for one in the session? Not too bad. Can you see my photo at the moment?
I know. No, I don't see it all.
You can't, eh?
No,
Uh,
but it's actually 105 for one. But yeah, I think
yeah, I
I'm
mean
okay with
99
SA
for
take.
one in the session. So yeah, I mean I was just talking about the session. So the session is 99 for
Oh,
one. So
oh, oh,
that's a good
sorry,
session. Yeah.
my bad. Oh, sorry, okay, my bad. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, I think 330 will be more than enough for South Africa if they bowl well enough. Because I'm more considering the light. If they try and go to 340, I think you're just killing it. Even 320 to 330 will be good enough if we bowl well enough. We need to try and take light into effect.
Yeah, I think my only concern is this Proteas bowling attack is looking a bit pace-like. It's been quite a while that I've seen such an inexperienced bowling attack.
Yeah, but
Take
that
the
was
field.
yeah,
I think they're missing one bowler that's got that pace that can actually give you that burst
mm,
and trouble this
mm,
Bangladeshi batsmen. I think the Bangladeshi batsmen were quite comfortable. I think
yeah,
they were a bit too comfortable yesterday. Especially, I think
yeah,
yesterday was a bit of a frustrating day because I
yeah,
mean, after day two, you had them 98 for four. I think they scored 202 runs on day three. So day three was a bit of a frustrating day. I think the
yeah,
Proteas. I spoke about it off air. I think the inexperienced bowling attack,
yeah,
actually showed a bit there in the end.
yeah,
But I mean, to
yeah,
Bangladesh, credit to Joy. I think he played a superb hand there to hold that
mm,
entire innings. 137 was a
yeah,
fantastic knock. And I'm
yeah,
not taking anything away from him. I thought it was a superb innings. And yeah,
yeah,
I mean, 298. play 367. You can see how close the cards have been, but I think this session has been quite good for the Proteas. 99, scoring 99 in the session, but I think they're going to double that score, and 340 would be more than enough on this wicket. Batting last, it's not going to be easy. You can see the divots there's plenty of divots on that wicket at the moment, and it's offering something for the pacers and the spinners. So yeah, I mean, Harma is going to come into it second innings as well. I thought he bowled quite superbly in that first innings. I expect a lot from Keshav. I expect him to play a much better role, not just a holding in that second in that fourth innings. We'd like him to take wickets as well. So it's going to be really, really difficult chasing 300 plus on that in the fourth innings. So I mean, well poised now for the Pro, and the series is really, really important. Looking at the World Test Championships and stuff. So I mean, you've got to get the points. But I mean, with Durban, I mean, I've lived here all my life, and I can tell you this is one city where you get 4 seasons in one, literally. And I mean, you can do anything out. You can get I mean, the sunshine broke out for a while there at Kingsmead, and then I mean, bad light. You've got to factor that in. So they've got to give themselves enough time to bowl this opposition out. So I think you got to leave yourself about 120 overs. 120 overs. Probably enough to get the job done.
Yeah, that's why I think 340 is a bit too much. I think 330 would be okay. But anyway, let's get to Australia and Pakistan now. Pakistan win the series 2-1. Babar Azam is man of the match, man of the series. Man, Babar Azam. If he was Indian, I think people would go gagas for him, man. He really is a very talented man.
I mean, this is a run machine. I mean, he is an absolute batting genius, and what I've seen of him in this series has just proved. I mean, albeit against an Australian attack that's not full strength, but I mean, some of those shots, I mean, wow, this is amazing. And I mean, he hasn't just started. This run of form has been going on for quite a while. And I think he's quite literally establishing himself as probably the best batsman in the world at the moment. And if I look at all formats, he's done it in Test series, he's done it in the T20s, he's done it in ODI cricket. I mean, we're literally seeing one of the all-time greats batting at the moment, Sid. And yeah, it's fantastic. And I think there's a lot of records that are, under threat here if he keeps on going. So it's all about keeping it going. And I mean, as you said, I mean, if he played for India, he would have been worshipped now by that Indian population. But I mean, quite superb. Hey, I mean, he's got a fantastic technique, and he plays the ball so late and under the eye. And I mean, he's got a superb cover drive. And I mean, this series, I mean, what a comeback from Pakistan. I mean, they were actually really, really beaten that first game. But I mean, that chase in that second game was one of the great one-day chases. And I know Australia have been involved in quite a few of these great chases. But yeah, I mean, they were superb. Hey, I mean, I got to give credit to Imam Ullah too. I think he had a superb series. I think he and Baba were probably standouts in the series. I mean, they were cut above the rest in terms of run scoring and accumulation. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who got man of the series, but I think they both deserved it, eh? In my book. I think they were both superb.
I know, I said Babar Azam got man of the match and man of the series.
Yeah, I know, rightly so. I mean, it's a tough one to call, but I mean, I was just speaking to my family, off there as well. And I mean, both of them actually deserve this award because, I mean, both were superb in this series. I mean, none of them had a bad score. So, I mean, a tough one, but I think Baba, I mean, that innings in that second game, I think that 100 was superb, and it probably swung in his favor because, I mean,
he's the captain,
the striker is about 130, 140 there. So, yeah, I mean, thoroughly deserved it, and Pakistan deserved the series. I thought they bowled superbly yesterday to bowl Australia out for 210. I think it came as to a lot of us because I thought that the batting was quite superb in the series, and I thought we were going to get another high-scoring affair in the decider, but I mean, fantastic all-round performance in Pakistan. And I think after the Test series, they bounced back pretty well. And I think this is great consolation for them. I mean, beating Australia in the ODI series and I mean, let's be honest, they had to play out of their skins to come back in the series, and I think they deserved it in the end.
True. Okay, let's get down to IPL. We'll just get to the nitty-gritty of each one. Okay, first match was Chennai and KKR. I did call it KKR to win. I was a bit worried for Chennai because they changed captain so dramatically, making Jadeja captain and Shreyas Iyer captaincy experience. So I had called KKR to win. Okay, 131 for 5 was Chennai, 133 for 4 was KKR. 6-wicket win. Your quick thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't watch much of the game, hey, but I thought, CK was in a lot of trouble at one stage, hey, and I think thanks to Dhoni and they actually managed to get to that score. But I think KKR with their batting strength this season, especially, I think they were rightly so 30 runs short in that chase. I mean, even though they lost a few wickets there, but they were never in doubt of chasing this one down. So yeah, I think it was a straightforward win for KKR there.
Okay. The next one is Mumbai versus Daredevils. Mumbai made 177 for 5. Daredevils chased this won this by 4 wickets. And I felt that if Mumbai didn't drop one of those batsmen, they probably would have won this match. So your thoughts?
I thought this was a fantastic game of cricket. I think Delhi were at one stage they were really in trouble, and then they bounced back, and then this game really ebbed and flowed. But I think that partnership at the end between Lalit and Exar really took this game away from Mumbai. Yeah. I thought Mumbai were found wanting in that dead bowling overs. They just didn't. I think they just didn't get the execution going there, Sid. And I thought it was a fantastic win from Delhi. And Mumbai missing that. I think they really are missing both this season. Somebody to bowl in tandem with Bumrah. It seems like Bumrah is doing it all himself this season. So they're lacking that partnership that Bumrah and Bolt have for so many years. And I mean, not a good start for them, but it's not something new that Mumbai loses their first game of the IPL. We've seen this season after season, and they tend to bounce back. But I mean, there's a lot of good sides this season, so it's going to be really, really difficult. But let's see. I wouldn't want to write off Mumbai right at the moment. Hey, there's still a quality side, and that can come back into the side. So I'm not going to write them off immediately. Hey, I think they do have some dangerous players, and there's still enough games to bounce back.
Yeah. Okay, we get to the next one. RCB versus Punjab. 205 for 2. Punjab won this by 5 wickets. And yeah, we spoke a lot about this one. I think the DO definitely affected RCB, but it's great to see Punjab win. I mean, I like the look of this team this year. Great batting, decent bowlers. Yeah, it's promising.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite impressed with RCB, hey, the way they batted in this game. I thought, after a slow start, I mean, what a fantastic innings by the new captain, Faf. I mean, he was superb. He just set it up. I mean, that 200 total was never in doubt. I thought he was a fantastic batting wicket as well. I think the best that we've seen in the IPL so far. That batting stroke was probably the best I've seen so far in the IPL. And I mean, Dew played a factor, no doubt about it. But I think RCB were a bit, they looked a bit rusty. I think with the ball in hand. So I thought Siraj especially didn't get his accuracy going, but I mean, super bowler at the end of the day. So I mean, Dew definitely played a huge factor, and it was really, really difficult to defend on that in that ground, because I mean, with those short boundaries, I think they were 6 meters or so. It was a really, really difficult ground to defend on, and I mean, Punjab really got off to a blistering start there, and that really helped them. It allowed their middle order to come in and just play freely. And I think Rajapaksa was probably the one that played that aggressive knock that really took the sting out of RCB in that game. So, I mean, first game of the IPL for RCB, but I think it was a fantastic game to watch. I really think it was a fantastic game to watch in terms of run scoring. Really, an exciting game. First up, but I mean, RCB, they've made some good signings this auction. So I expect them to get stronger and stronger as the season goes on.
Okay, so we get to the two newbies, Lucknow Giants, Super Giants, and Gujarat Titans. The Titans won this by 5 wickets. Nice to see Hardik Pandya being captain. I think there's promise in him. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Shami bowled beautifully in this game. I thought he set up this win. I mean, restricting Lucknow to, I think it was 150, if I'm not mistaken.
158. 158.
Yeah, 158. I thought that was a superb, bowling display from Shami. And I mean, Gujarat, I would say they got there with ease in the end. I think Miller and Tewatia, I thought they played superb knocks there. And, Tewatia and Miller, I thought they played fantastic knocks there, and they got their side, through in the end. And I mean, I think these two teams you've really got to watch out for. Hey, they're quite dangerous sides in this tournament, and I think if you lax on your day and you're not getting your basics right, I think they can pounce on that. So you've got to be wary of these two new franchises. I think there's some quality players in both franchises. So it's food for thought, hey. And I think qualification is not going to be as straightforward as it has been, in seasons gone by. I think there's been a lot of recruitment this season with the mega auction. I mean, I have my my criticism about the mega auction, but I think it's been good in terms of the competition that we're going to see this year. I think the competition is going to be much more and much more competitive and much closer. So, I mean, good luck to whoever wants to qualify for these playoffs, because at the moment I really can't put a finger on who's going to qualify, because I think there's a lot of good teams that are vying for those places.
Okay, we get to Rajasthan Royals and Sunrisers. This is probably the most one-sided match I've seen of this year's IPL. 210 for 6, 149 for 7. And dare I say, Rajasthan Royals are looking very dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if they qualify at least for semi-finals. Anything can happen afterwards, but that's my impression of them so far.
Absolutely. I think this is one of the sides that have done a lot of recruiting, and I think, I think that the one thing that they have done well is get a bowler like Chahal. I think he's a real match winner for them. And I mean, we saw it in this game. I thought their batting was superb, racking up that total. And I mean, Sunrisers, this is a side in a bit of disarray at the moment. I think, losing their coach in that auction. I think it was Katich that walked out of that auction, and then he's no longer with the franchise. So I think there's a lot of disarray that's been happening in that behind the scenes at Sunrisers. They don't look like a settled unit like they used to be. So I think they're a side that is probably there for the taking at the moment. But I mean, Kane Williamson, he's a street smart cricketer. Let's give him that. But I think they're lacking those resources they used to have this, in seasons gone by. And I mean, disappointing performance, but I think it was a good performance from Markram with the bat there. 60 he made in a losing cause. I mean, you don't really look at those scores when a team is on the losing end. But I thought it was a fantastic innings from him, scoring 66. And but I mean, as a whole, I think there was a really disappointing performance from Sunrisers, and I think it's back to the drawing board for them. And let's see what happens in the coming weeks. But I mean, Rajasthan really looking the part at the moment, and we'll go deeper into their games, but they're looking like a really balanced side.
Okay, next one is our teams. My team KKR, your team RCB. Close match this. Kolkata did a good job defending an under par 128. Could have gone either way, but congrats to you.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a tricky pitch. I think there was quite a bit of assistance for the bowlers there. Let's be honest. I mean, it was a very different wicket to the one that we saw in the first game between RCB and Punjab, which was a belter. And I mean, I'm actually quite impressed with the way RCB bowled in this game. I thought they were superb with the ball, and Hasaranga, I mean, he bowled some real beauties there. And I think the one that he bowled, Jackson with, I thought that was a fantastic ball. And I think all round, I thought their disciplines were fantastic compared to the first game. And batting second, I thought they had a few hiccups there. But what really impressed me in this game was the depth in RCB's batting. I think, if you got players like Woolley, you got players like Rutherford, and I think a guy like DK. He's been released by KKR, but I think he's got a lot to offer as well. I mean, with his experience and seeing that game on, I thought that was superb. So I mean, there's obviously room for improvement. Always got room for improvement, but I was impressed with the way the rest of the batting order managed to sail through rough seas and get over the line here. So I think they deserved it in the end, but I mean KKR had made it quite difficult. But I mean, it wasn't an easy pitch, let's be honest. But I think the depth in RCB's batting was what one that really impressed me. You got guys like Woolley, you got guys like Rutherford, DK that can come and close a game. So it's not always about the top order anymore. The top order fails, you still got these players that can come and give you those 30, 40 runs. And I think that's really important, really crucial going into the business end of the competition.
Okay, we get to Chennai and Lucknow Giants, and wow, this is really another 200 score being chased down, 210 for 7, 211 for 4. Lucknow Giants are off the mark. They won by 6 wickets. And another one, do you really messing up the teams here, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, but I mean, bit of a disappointing performance, hey, from CSK. I think they'd be disappointed in the way they bowled in this game, and probably left a lot to be desired in terms of their fielding. I don't think their fielding was up to scratch in this game, eh? A few drop catches and stuff, but I think that start from the Cock and KL really shocked them. I think they didn't expect that sort of an onslaught, so I think that innings really, that partnership especially, set the game up for Lucknow. And I mean, fantastic innings by the youngster in the middle order. Sorry, I just can't get him. They call him AD. Avish Badoni, yeah. He was superb. He was superb, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was fantastic. I mean, closing that game up. And, I mean, CSK, I mean, missing a few bowling options this season, eh? It seems like, the likes of Chahar, Thakur, I mean, they had them for so many years. It seems like something is missing in that bowling lineup.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why they just get off over the line. And it's very good to see CSK engaging in first game, But, let's see how it goes. Tournament, but I think things are not looking good at the moment, eh? That CSK camp.
Yeah, man. But I guess it's still early days. I mean, okay, fine, 2 losses are never good, but I guess if they start losing the next one, that's when we can start looking into it deeper. So we look at now Punjab against KKR. Nice to see KKR winning, 141 for 4. Won by 6 wickets. It was a tricky chase, but thankfully for Russell, they did it.
Yeah, I mean, Dre, he's one of those power hitters. I think when it's his day, I think nothing can stop him. There's no ground that's big enough for him. I mean, he's going to clear the ropes, and we saw it. I think I think they didn't start off too well in this game in the chase, but that partnership between Billings and Russell really took the game away. But especially Russell, I thought this was the best of Russell, eh? Especially with the bat. I thought he was super. And really, it was a bit of an underwhelming performance of Punjab after such a fantastic display in the first game. I thought they'd probably go from strength to strength, but back to the drawing board for them as well. So, I mean, that's what this competition does to you. I mean, you have one great game, and then you can have one shocker. So, yeah, I think, let's be honest, chasing is really going to be favoring a lot of teams in this tournament.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams chasing. Dew is going to be a huge factor, and actually controlling that ball in the dew. So I think chasing is really going to be favored, as we go on, especially in the night games. I think the day games, it's a little bit more even, but especially in those night games, I think chasing is really going to be the way forward, and I think rightly so as well, because we've seen defending has been quite difficult so far.
Yep. So we go to Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians. I did call this. I told you off air on WhatsApp that Rajasthan Royals were going to beat Mumbai because of how they look at the side. They won this by 23 runs, and they are the only side to have defended totals now twice. So this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, really, really amazing performance from Rajasthan, and I think Butler set this game up. I thought there was a belligerent 100 from him of 66 deliveries, and he really got them to that 193. Because I mean, if you look at that total, there wasn't really much from the rest of the batting lineup, and I thought he set up that 193. But having said that, I think Mumbai at one stage looked really good in this chase, eh? They were 1-1-11 for 2 after 11 overs. So, they were well in that chase. But, I mean, here we go again. I mean, that bowler again. And I think, I miss him at RCB this season. But, I mean, Chahal, he shows his magic again in this game and really strangles Mumbai in those middle overs. And I think that's where he is at his best, in those middle overs. He's a real game changer, and he's a real match winner. And I mean, Mumbai were really strangled. I think after Kishan went out, I thought they just fell apart there, and it was just way too much for them to score in those final overs. And I think the game just petered out for them. And I mean, things have changed a lot in this in the Mumbai camp this season. Eh? I think there's a lot of new faces. And you just get the feeling that they're a bit short in that batting and bowling front. A lot to be desired at the moment. But I wouldn't want to write them off, that easily. Sid. I think they still are quite a dangerous. A guy like Surya comes back into that lineup. I think they missed him in this first 2 games. So I wouldn't want to write them off completely. Hey.
Of course. Yeah. So we get to the Gujarat Titans and the Daredevils, and Gujarat 171 for 6, Daredevils 157 for 9. The Titans won by 14 runs. I like the look of this Titan bowling attack. I really think they can also make good assemblies. Early days, but 2 out of 2, so looking good.
Absolutely, and I think if I look at this game. And I think, Rishabh Pant would probably be disappointed in not chasing the score down, because Delhi looked quite good at one stage, eh? And I think a few soft dismissals really cost them dearly in this game. And I mean, Gujarat, fantastic bowling lineup they do have, eh? And I think Shami is one that's spearheading this bowling attack. I didn't really watch much of this game, but I've been quite impressed with Shami in this tournament so far.
Okay, that's good, man. So let's just do a quick preview of today's game, CSK versus Punjab Kings. This is a real humdinger. I think the only way for Punjab to win this match is if they're chasing. Otherwise, I think it's going to be CSK to get off the mark, I think, today.
Yeah, I mean, this is an absolute must-win for CSK. They've got to win this game, and they've got to get some points on the board because if they keep on losing,
Mm.
I think other teams are going to be running away with it. And it's going to be difficult qualification. So yeah, I mean, it's all going to depend on the toss, and I think they would prefer chasing because they haven't done well, in terms of defending scores at the moment. So I think chasing they would probably, feel a little bit more comfortable with that. So, I mean, Dew is going to play a
Yeah.
massive factor. And I think, between these two teams, I think it's been quite pretty one-sided in seasons gone. But I think CSK have had the wood over Punjab. But I think this Punjab side
Mm.
is,
Mm.
is, is, is not better than what they were in the past. They really pack a punch, especially with the bats. So, I mean, their bowling attack, I think, is there for the taking. But their batting is pretty strong. So, yeah, I think for me, it's 60-40 in favor of CSK. But, anything's possible. But I think this is a must-win for CSK. I'd give them the edge over Punjab.
I think for me, it's pretty simple. If Punjab bat first, CSK will win because one, I think Punjab's batting
Dew, yeah.
side looks more good. It's more good for chasing than for batting first. But we never know. I might be wrong. But I think whoever chases will win today. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been the preferred option so far with teams winning the
Yeah.
toss. So I expect it to continue. And I think I can see a CSK win here. I just feel they're really disappointed with the way they started this tournament. So I mean, CSK, if they win the toss, I mean, it's a no-brainer. They're definitely gonna have a ball first and try and chase whatever
Yeah.
Punjab
Yeah.
gets them. But I think they've got to be wary that the score doesn't really get out of hand because I think 200
Yeah.
plus is still going to be a really really challenging
Yeah.
chase. So if they can restrict it to
Yeah.
170, 180, then they're well in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just to have a bit of a play on words. I guess CSK would be DU1. DEUDEW.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And let's say a quick congrats to the Australian women. They've won another Women's World Cup. How predictable.
Yeah, I mean, really predictable. And this is the cricketing machine. That's the Australian women's side. I think from a batting and fielding point of view, they've probably been the best side that we've seen in women's cricket. I think there's a bit of daylight between them and the other sides, and a bit disappointed with the way the Proteas played in the semi-final. I think they had the bowling attack to challenge Australia in this final if they did make it. I think
Hmm.
357 posting in that final was
Yeah.
probably way too many to chase down. And I mean, if you look at the batting lineup of Australia, especially the openers, Liza Healy and Haynes, I think they've been on another level to other batting lineups in this tournament. And I think the most 300 scores is probably by Australia. And I think after 2017, where they lost that semi-final to India, they've reinvented themselves, and I think they've got
Yeah.
a much stronger squad. And I think they've really really set the benchmark in terms of women's cricket. And I mean, a really daunting side to play against at the moment, hey, especially with bat or ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think the Proteas. I mean, it was a great tournament. Let's be honest. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
there were a lot of other sides that were favored to make the semi-finals, and I hope they grow from this experience
Hmm.
and this tournament, because I think I think they really can go up that level and make a final. They have it in them. They really have it in them. And I mean, one bad performance doesn't really make you a bad team. They were just off
Yeah.
their mark in that semi-final against England, and they'd be disappointed as well. But having said that, I thought they had a fantastic tournament. But yeah, congrats to Australia. I thought they were the best side in this tournament and thoroughly deserved to win this World Cup.
Okay. I think that's pretty much a wrap. And you enjoy the rest of the cricket.
Cheers. Chat to you soon, Sid. And I'm happy that There's a bit of sunshine here in Durban at the moment, so hopefully we get a full day's cricket, because I think it's going to be a fantastic end to this game.
Yeah, man. Take care, man.
Cheers, man. Cheers.